Hello everybody, welcome back. It's JudiciousFire and I am here with a few suggestions for IGG. I'm hoping that these suggestions, if they are implemented, will help to make this a better game experience for everybody, IGG included. I have talked with top might players on iOS, Android, Amazon, Windows. I've talked to guild leaders who have run guilds for years, since the start of this game. This is coming from across the Castle Clash community. I also read these same sentiments in the many forums that we have here in Castle Clash. I'm going to keep my suggestions to three things. Three things, short and sweet. Before I do want to give credit where credit is due. IGG, you have done a great job in increasing the rewards available in this game, increasing the modern rewards that are necessary in order to bring our heroes up to the skill levels and ability levels that they are today. And by doing things like the treasure mining event or the event that you can run for free heroes through the collection of soul stones, this has been fantastic. And I want to give you great credit for that. That has really changed the game for a lot of players, and I've heard that feedback. Here are three humble suggestions that hopefully, if implemented, are able to help you as a company and all of us as players. Each of these three things have to do with our warehouse. Let's take a look at our warehouse. Our warehouse currently has a maximum space of 450. It's been a while since we've had a warehouse update. And to add 10 more spaces, 15 more spaces is not going to solve this problem. I'm able to keep a 345 out of 450 warehouse space because I am exceedingly diligent with keeping my resources in the warehouse low. I have to perform daily resource maintenance in order to keep it this way. Here's an idea. Let's take a look at our insignia bag. Our insignia bag, mine for example, is showing that there are 45 different types of insignias. Nowhere in this insignia bag is there a maximum limit to the number of individual insignias that we may carry. If there were 5,000 different insignias in this game, we could hold all 5,000 different insignias in this insignia bag. That same programming should also be attributed to our warehouse. There should simply not be a max anymore. I think we've gone past that a long time ago, just based on the number of hero skins that we collect and the many dozens and dozens of items that are necessary for upgrading heroes. So suggestion number one, make the warehouse exactly like the insignia bag, with no limit on individual items that can be held in the warehouse. By doing so, you are encouraging players to accumulate resources and to spend money in this game. As a business, that's good for you. That's good for players. Suggestion number two. Look at these items. Let's take these Mastery Essence 3s. In the warehouse and also in the insignia bag, we have a maximum number of individual items that we may hold at any given time. I may only hold 49,999 Mastery Essence 3s. For another player, he or she may have maxed out on breakthrough crystals. Others may be on blue crystals. others on fame, for example. By limiting the number of items that we may hold, you are essentially telling players, don't buy anything. I have heard time and time again, I would like to make a purchase today, but I can't hold the items that I'm going to buy. I've reached my limits. We know this game well and understand that certain items can be converted into blue crystals or honor badges, but that too is very quickly reached its maximum point, and you just can't manage resources anymore. We have got to increase the $49,999 limit on individual items that we hold in the warehouse and in the insignia bag. Here are some suggestions. This is, in my opinion, the worst suggestion. This is a temporary bandage on a wound. If we increased the holding capability to $99,999, it would solve this problem for one day. Players, especially the big whale spenders in this game that keep this game running, they would on that day start to open the tens of thousands of castle chests that they also possess. And quickly they would reach $99,999 on items. And by the end of 24 hours, we would be right back into this problem. Here's a second suggestion. This suggestion would have a much greater longevity and help to solve this problem for maybe even years to come. Add one digit. Now all of a sudden, Mastery Essences, for example, I could hold 999,999. Adding that single digit now inspires those who choose to spend, inspires those players to continue to spend, because they know they can actually collect the items that they have in their mailbox instead of seeing them expire, or turning valuable resources into this game into honor badges and things that they just can't use. Last suggestion. This suggestion would solve this problem forever. Let's take a look at Shards. Go to my Shard bank. See that we see 6 resource slots in front of us. 5 out of 6 of those resource slots have a cap, and I may not go over them, but one of them doesn't. Shards. There is no limit to the number of shards that we can collect. This has always been this way for the near 7 years of Castle Clash. This has not caused any kind of a problem with programming or gameplay. Simply make the items inside of our warehouse unlimited in the terms of how many we can collect. If, and this would be quite an example, if I could collect 1 million Mastery Essence 3s, and I were so inclined to do so as a consumer, then that should be my right, and I should be able to collect them instead of seeing them expire in a mailbox. It dissuades one from making purchases. I would make one quick analogy. It is like walking into a grocery store or walking into a food market and having the manager hand you a bag that's about 6 inches in size. And this manager says, enjoy your grocery shopping, but you may only fill this 6-inch bag. Well, friend, once you've placed a half a gallon of milk into that bag, your bag is full. You pay your $3 and you walk out. I give that grocery store or food mart 1 week until it's gone into bankruptcy. Do not limit the items that can be purchased, acquired, accrued, and saved in this game by these arbitrary number limits. Just make it unlimited, problem solved forever. Here in the insignia bag, we see that no crests are allowed. And just as a brief aside, the removal of crests from this game completely, I think, would be a smart option. It would open up a lot more space in the warehouses of players. Also, crests have become almost useless in terms of gameplay. We've moved to insignias. Our heroes are set up to use insignias. That was the wave of the future 2 years ago. It's time to retire crests completely. And if that requires allowing players to sell their crests for certain resources that they need, that's perfectly fine. But we need to start to phase out crests, which would help with space. For this last suggestion, I'm going to zoom in on my base. I believe that we need a building that is a conversion building. This is not a new idea in Castle Clash. It's an idea I thought about years ago and read about years ago. And other Castle Clashers have had this same idea. This is a common theme and one that you should pay attention to as a business. A conversion building. At the end of the day, I can take all of this mana and I can choose to convert it, sell the mana inside of that building, and receive from a menu of items shards, honor badges, blue crystals, red crystals, a low-level insignia. I can take my gold, I can convert it to a resource from a menu that I can actually use. There should be an ability to convert our resources with each of the resources that we have in this game. Not just gold and mana, but each of the dozens and dozens of different things. And allow us to turn it into something else that we can use. If we earned it through the grinding, or we bought it from the bazaar, we should be able to convert it to something that's useful. Those 3 suggestions, I think, would help to make this a better experience as a player, and, quite frankly, will allow you as a company to increase your sales. Now, no longer are the big players going to stop themselves from making purchases. Now they know that they can actually enjoy the items that they've purchased, actually use them, actually collect them from their mailbox. See a number 2, I'll wrap it up with this. See a number 2 sitting in my mailbox. These are 2 items that I can't collect. I can't collect because I've reached my max 49,999. I've also tried to convert that item into multiple different resources, but I've maxed out on those as well. Those 2 items sitting in my mailbox will simply have to expire. Makes me as a player say, don't ever purchase that again. So please consider these 3 things to make Castle Clash a better player experience and to make you, IGG, a more successful business. It's a win-win. Thank you for listening. I greatly appreciate it. And everybody enjoy your clashing.